Hello everyone, back again with me, Scar Killers. So as usual, let's continue with the 30th part of the Manhwa Ranked Return remake because surely you can't wait for the sequel before we start the storyline. For those of you who like watching the gameplay of the game I've played, you can check the replay on my playlist or click the link that appears above, and so that I can continue to make new videos. Then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also turn on the bell so you don't miss my new video. Okay, then don't be too long. Let's start the storyline, part 30. After winning the fight against the spider boss, Kang gets a unique item called the Crassel's Cursed Hope, which contains hatred and emits an evil aura. This mask increases defense by 350 and has the effect of increasing all stats by 50. And the most impressive thing is that this item has an effect on the opponent directly, random, and can be stacked up to 5 times. The effect you get can be burn, frozen, petrification, bind, or bleed, according to the element released by this item. Kang also plans to use this mask to replace the alley boss mask, and Kang has also increased his overall skills, and instantly the dungeon has been completed. After finishing it, Kang invited Tanggy to leave the dungeon, and Kang was surprised to see that there was a magic circle right under Tanggy, and it was shining brightly. When Kang checked the item he got from the spider boss, it turned out that Tanggy saw 2 red and blue balls. At first, Tanggy wanted to give it to Kang, but Tanggy couldn't stand the delicious smell of the 2 balls, and in the end, Tanggy ate both of them. It turned out that the 2 balls were essence of Elemental Spider, Crasel, Shapir, and Ruby, which made Tanggy's body glow. Tanggy felt that her body was becoming strange, and indeed, Tanggy's cheeks changed. Tanggy became a red circle, and his round tail turned blue. Tanggy was surprised by this. Suddenly, a pop-up window appeared. The strength stat rose to 96. The dexterity stat changed to 76, and the constitution stat became 87, while the magic stat became 156. Tanggy also learned a new skill, namely fire and ice. Kang is quite surprised that now Tanggy has 2 elements at once, and can release these elements at the same time, and Kang also feels that Tanggy is now superior to him. The panel changes to Kang's room, where Kang is now paying attention to the lair. When Kang is giving a video against the spider boss, then an email comes from Kale containing countless requests from sponsors. In all, there are 500 sponsor proposals that must be determined as soon as possible. Kang also feels lazy if he has to. Checking everything, finally he decided to take a break and watch the stream in the arena. There were lots of people streaming, including Raina Maron Rain, and even Red Bull streaming. You could also see JT Telecom also streaming. Kang, for fun, wanted to see young Hanbek. Many of the viewers said that Hanbek was weak because he lost in the masked combat show. Many people told him to be fired, which made Kang smile to himself because of the pleasure of seeing Kang's big enemy cornered. But Ketu from JT Telecom said that the masked combat show was just an ordinary TV show where Hanbek just followed the plot to make the show interesting. And they claimed that when taking part in the event, they didn't use their full strength at all. And they said that pro players like JT Telecom couldn't possibly lose to the amateurs who took part in the masked combat event. And they seemed as if the event was just a scenario. This statement made you so angry that wanted to destroy the monitor screen, and now Kang is determined to destroy JT Telecom and all the pro players in it on that very day. Kang Hyun-woo read the entire proposal and has chosen to sign a contract with Mermet Rolex and Armani brands. The panel moved to JT Telecom's gaming dormitory. There was the captain of JT Telecom, Kim Jin-young. He said that he no longer wanted to help Hanbek anymore. He did it because he wanted to protect the good name of the team. Hanbek was also grateful for the help from the team captain in the press at the conference, but Hanbek felt that all team members had to obey what he said. The team leader joined the other JT Telecom team members and asked if they had seen Hanbek fight at the masked combat event, and it turned out they had analyzed it. When Hanbek used the fairy blessing skill, it turned out this skill is only owned by Hanbek, and this skill has been banned in the competitive scene and cannot be used. But according to the team captain, this is a small problem, which is a big problem. Hanbek still loses, even though he has used the banned skill, and he will definitely be criticized. It's all out in the community. And the JT Telecom captain is sure that Hanbek is now crying in his room alone. And if he knew he would be humiliated like that, he wouldn't have let Hanbek go to take part in the masked combat event. And people started talking and gossiping about JT Telecom. Akrina will start the season, and that will affect the team's image. The panel changes again to the game arena, where Kang is lying down with Tanggy on a beautiful green hill. They are looking for ideas for what else to display as content. Kang has run out of content ideas. There is no competition in content such as Colosseum hunting and raids, and the number of views is also not. It will increase. And that's where it will be, what you want. How does your channel continue to grow? You keep thinking about what content people are interested in. Then Tanggy asks you to help him and asks if Pet also has a quest. Turns out Tanggy wants to be taught how to use a lightsaber. If you don't take out the Kamehame in your hands in between their stupid conversations, you will immediately think about teaching or apprentice, where you will think about recruiting artists to teach them to fight in the game arena if you can explain it easily. And the viewers also understand you can get a lot of views by, "It's easy, bro. Thank Tanggy," and immediately log out. The panel changes again, where Kale is looking at his laptop in a cafe. He is reading an email from Kang, which says that Kang wants to select celebrities to participate in his new content, where the celebrity will teach Kang how to fight in the arena. Kale also looks happy with the new content, and was quite surprised that Kang wanted to stop at the masked combat event, and the event would be continued by Argon, Yongchan's nickname. Kale had expected this to happen, but he didn't expect that Kang would stop after he became famous. The panel changed to Tanggy, who was eating deliciously in a restaurant with the alley boss, who is preparing a stream for chat content, and Tanggy Mukbang streaming begins, where viewers are happy to see Tanggy Mukbang in this streaming. Bro has rented all the contents of the bar, and he can be calm in doing free talk with his viewers. Kang also tries to provide a topic. Viewers can ask questions. Kang started discussing the completion of a dungeon which will be uploaded tomorrow, and Kang also showed a teaser where the content was an alley boss fight in a spider dungeon, and suddenly many viewers started asking what an instant dungeon was, and many more. The question that made the alley boss confused about which one to answer first. You started sorting out the questions to answer, and finally you found a question that was suitable for your next content plan. One of the viewers asked me, "I'm a silver rank player. How do I get to gold, bro?" Immediately answered the method, but it was quite difficult. And the alley boss started talking about that he would prepare new content for players who were struggling to increase their rank. Kang mentioned that the attribute class for celebrities would be taught directly by him and immediately promote that rising to silver or even gold rank. That's not it. It's a difficult thing. And for the celebrities who were watching to ask them to contact Nikki. Suddenly a pop-up window of donations appeared very much. And the donations were very varied. There were 2,000 gold to 10,000 gold, bro. He was surprised by all these donations. He didn't expect it to be as exciting as it was. Kang also thanked his viewers. He chatted with his viewers for 3 hours. A series of questions were asked, like an interrogation carried out by the police. And that was the beginning of revealing a little about Ali Boss. The result was the fact that Ali Boss had never been in a relationship, making him the object of ridicule. And the sympathy of the viewers. Suddenly, there were questions about donations. There were those who asked when Ali Boss would try to be an Ali Boss pro player by telling his viewers that he wouldn't lose to anyone. And Kang started to mention yesterday's JT Telecom streaming, which explained that, right? If the King of Masked Combat event is just a game for children, if pro players like JT Telecom use all their abilities, then the amateurs will be slaughtered. And Reina just gives in to the alley boss. And the alley boss also makes a statement that if he is going to slaughter the team, he will do it. After becoming a pro player, this indirectly became a declaration of war on Jung Hanbek, Kang. He destroyed him in the masked combat event. But as expected, that wasn't enough. Hanbek is still looking for reasons to look strong, so your next goal is to destroy Jung Hanbek in the pro player realm. Kang will smash him to pieces until Jun Hanbek couldn't say anymore that he was a pro player. And that day, the stream ended as usual. The entire community platform was filled with comments about Aliboss's stream. Among the comments, the recording of the JT Telecom statement that Aliboss was talking about spread throughout the gaming arena community, and JT Telecom became public ridicule. Kang was very satisfied with the stream, and he intended to go hunting again. But the New World Guild leader sent a chat saying that he found a dungeon in Devil Valley and wanted to invite Aliboss to complete the dungeon. And Aliboss asked why he was invited, because there were still a lot of players. Great in the New World Guild, and the chairman answered because there was a limit of 3 players who could enter, and he believed that only his deputy Jonggu and Aliboss could accompany him to complete a dungeon that had not yet been explored. Aliboss also thought that he would invite him because he had tanggy, and Aliboss's strength was considered. The 2 Alibosses felt bad because they had tricked him at the masked combat event. And finally, he agreed to go into the dungeon, which made the New World Guild leader happy. The panel changed in front of a very large dungeon gate. The New World leader and deputy head were waiting for the Aliboss to finish the dungeon. Okay, man-waners, the 30th part is finished. If you want to watch the next storyline, please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the bell too, and help this channel to develop and provide storylines from other Manhwa comics.
I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you.
That's all for now.
Regrets out of my chest.